Car all loaded up, ready to go. Let's go see what she can do.
So about a week has elapsed here in the video, so I just thought I'd fill you in on what happened. Basically there were some mechanical issues with the car and we couldn't get it to run. So the speedo wouldn't work, so that was causing issues with it running on the dyno. There was various ABS issues that were causing other problems, and again that's relating to the speedo. So essentially we lost a week timings. However, there was a positive from that. Stephen managed to take the engine and everything out again and fit the diff, so you know, every cloud and all that. So yeah, that's what's happened, and now we're back off to the dyno.
Right then, you join me on a very cold morning in March. I don't know if you can actually see outside, but it's snowing. Anyway, I'm taking the car down to MB Motorsport. They've helped us out massively recently. I don't know what I think this video is going to come out first, but basically we went to Croft a couple of days ago. But a couple of days before that, the car just wouldn't run. You'll hear it in the video. It's just sounding like absolute crap. The initial plan was to get the original ECU mapped, but having a couple of issues with that, and it was advised to us by MB that it's probably not the best way to do it. So they've, like I said, they've helped us out massively. They are a dealer for Link. Can you see that? Yeah. So they got us a Link G4X plug and play ECU. By plug and play, it is literally plug and play. It plugs into the original mini harness. Goes exactly where the original mini ECU sits, so it's literally, it looks no different. So they hooked us up with that. Got the car running on like a safe-ish kind of map. A safe-ish kind of map that still made a lot more power than what we had before. We went to Croft, it was absolutely fantastic. So we're back now, way back down to them to get the car properly mapped, properly set up on this ECU. And alright, blocking your view there. And yeah, we'll this will be its like final setup, because we've got the power test for the series in a few days' time. And once that power test is done and we get our performance certificate, that's us kind of locked in. Wow, the Mini's got really dirty. It's been snowing recently so I've had to swap back to the X5 to pull it down, and it's just chucked up all the slush onto the front of the Mini. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, we'll get down to MB, we'll get it on the dyno, and they'll map it for us, and we'll see what's happening.
So I'm sitting here editing the video for the ECU and the map that Matty at MB had put on the car for us, and I just realised we hadn't explained something that the ECU actually does for us, and it really actually saved our engine at Croft. So when the coolant leaked because the coolant cap wasn't sealing properly, even though we'd bought a new one that morning, basically the engine massively overheated. And one of the things this ECU does is, on the safe map that Matty's put on it, it's got some safeguards fitted as well. So one of these safeguards is an overheating one, and it essentially kicked in immediately before the engine temperature gauge even moved. The map just cut the engine, so that in essence essentially completely saved the engine, because if Stephen had kept driving it at speed and down that straight at Croft with it running out of coolant and overheating the engine, it could have basically blown the engine. So yeah, the ECU's already paid for itself in that respect, and we really appreciate that. Obviously we told Matty that that day, and he was really chuffed that, you know, it's already like helped us out a lot. So tomorrow Matty will be mapping it again, just it's making some tweaks basically. We need it to idle slightly better. It's a little bit too low and it kind of almost wants to stall when you're driving it through the paddock. Just little things like that. We think we can get a little bit more power out of it, but obviously we have to be within our limits for when we've got the power run next week down in England. So yeah, that just explains some more of what this ECU does for us. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, huge shout out to Matty and the guys at MB Motorsport for hooking us up with this.